Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to increase productivity while you're working from home. You know, more and more of us are having to work from home right now. Some of us have been doing that for years, but for some of you, this might be a new thing. So I thought I'd start a series about working from home. So today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to increase productivity while you're working from home. You know, when you're working from home, you always want to be looking for ways to increase your productivity because the more work done in less time means you have more time to kick back, relax, have fun, or more time with the kids or doing whatever it is that you want to do, right? So here's a couple of suggestions that I think you might find helpful. First one, keep a daily routine. Some people who are new to working from home will scoff at the idea of anything even resembling a daily schedule. But the truth is, though, that you can really boost your productivity and prevent work from spilling over into your spare time if you do this. So by starting and stopping work at approximately the same time every day, you ensure that you have plenty of time to recharge afterwards, which is ultimately great for productivity. You know, it's the same thing as at work. If when you go to work, you go and the first thing you do is get your cup of coffee, do that at home too. Get your cup of coffee, go to your desk, and boom, you're ready to start, right? So make it kind of the same thing. Number 2, always plan ahead. So something as simple as a daily to-do list can do wonders for your productivity. Sure, deciding on the spot what to do next has a certain charm, but it leaves you spending too much time on deciding and too little time on actually working. So keep a daily to-do list and decide on your tasks for the next day at the end of the last day. So before you finish your day today, figure out what you're going to have done tomorrow. Seriously, you're going to notice a difference almost immediately. I use an app for this. I use an app called Microsoft To Do. I used to use Wunderlist, and I love Wunderlist, but Microsoft bought it. So this is basically the same thing. It doesn't have quite as many features, but it's still, I'm using it and I'm loving it. It's called Microsoft To Do. And it's on my computer and it's on my phone. You can access it from everywhere. So what's cool about it is that, you know, you have your task list and you can even say, I want them to repeat every 2 weeks or every day or however you want to do that, right? You can create repeating tasks. And then as you complete things, you just literally check them off. It's just a checkbox, check. And it's just amazing how much you can accomplish and how much you can see that you're accomplishing when you're checking off those tasks. Number 3, stay healthy. So it's impossible to stay productive in the long run if you're going to treat your body and your mind poorly. You know, if you don't, hi Pamela, good to see you. If you don't have to become a health nut to get some real work done, but you should at least try to schedule some exercise a couple of times a week, even if it's just going for a walk around the block. Seriously, because when we are out and about and we're not stuck at home, we're getting a lot more exercise than we do at home. So right now, I think we're all going to end up really fat if we don't do something, right? But you want to get some exercise, like go for a walk around the block, or if you have a treadmill, or you can just do some exercise, some sit-ups or whatever. But I would do something. Also, if possible, it's a good idea to invest in an ergonomic workspace, you know, a good chair to sit on, a desk, you know, all these things are going to help reduce fatigue and keep you energized throughout the day. Although I know that might be a little difficult right now. I mean, if you're like literally home right now because you just got sent home saying you're going to be working from home, then you're not going to have time to get that together and the stores are probably all closed. I get that. But try to set up a space to work that's as comfortable as possible, given the, you know, whatever you have, right? Number 4, Pamela says, I'm just setting that up. Yeah, it's something new for a lot of people right now, I think. So number 4, eliminate distractions. Yes, some people are able to watch TV while they're working, and they're probably a minority, but as most of us find it quite difficult to focus on 2 things simultaneously. I mean, that's not for me, because for me, that's a waste of time because the TV ends up just being noise in the background because I get so busy focusing on what I'm doing that I would have no idea what's going on the TV. And I don't have a TV in my office anyway. But I mean, even if I did, or even I've always been that way. I can't focus on TV and something else. But it could be even worse if it's the other way around, right? If you're watching TV and you have no idea what you're working on, that could be a problem, right? So, but music's another thing, because Hey, if you've been working in an office, you probably had music anyway on the soundtrack to your career. Probably cheesy music, right? But it's still you've had music. You're used to working with that in the background. So music is totally fine. I mean, the best playlists are diverse playlists that you can listen to music, but you can choose music that matches the energy of the project you're working on or whatever works for you, right? Excuse me. So when you're working though, if you turn off the TV, set your phone to silent, close your Facebook tab and shut the door, your productivity will skyrocket. Seriously, it will. And then you'll have time to relax, hang with the kids, or do whatever it is that you want to do. My ergonomic seat is my bed. Yeah, but that's going to get old if you're doing a lot of work in your bed because you're going to end up hurting everywhere. So you might want to think about that. And I listen to mindfulness music. That's great. That's awesome. So number 5, get out of the house. Even if you're the type of person that enjoys working alone, the fact is it can get lonely after a while, right? So if you spend all your time cooped up in your office, rarely seeing the outside world, chances are you're going to feel a little isolated and your work is going to suffer as a result. So obviously, I know we can't really go out. We can't go do anything, which is sad. We can't meet up with our friends, but you can still go out for a walk around the block. I mean, as long as you keep 6 feet away from everybody else, right? Or you can go in your backyard if you have one. And I keep saying this, but our phones are for talking as well as everything else that our phones are good for. So call up your friend, talk to your friend, have someone to talk to so you don't get lonely. And it's just, sometimes you just need to get up, get moving around, get out of the house. The fresh air is going to feel good, or get on the phone with somebody because it's going to feel good to talk to somebody who you love, right? Or who you care about. Pamela says, if I closed Facebook, I'd miss you. Oh, you're so sweet. But you have to close it while you're working. Otherwise, you'll never get any work done, right? So, hey, I have some thoughts about working from home with children. I don't have kids at home these days, so I'm not the expert here. My youngest grandson is like, I don't know what he is, 10, 11. I mean, so I'm not the expert here with kids. But I found something online that might be helpful to you. This is from the marketing manager at HubSpot. Her name is Pamela Vaughn. And she says, when I work from home, my 20-month-old daughter is home with me too. It seems counterintuitive, but because I have to manage taking care of her and keeping her happy and entertained while still getting my work done, the pressure helps me to stay focused. So when she's napping or entertaining herself, I go into super productive work mode. It's the same idea for why some people work better when they have busy schedules. That's why they always say, if you want something done, ask a busy person, because you'll learn how to manage your time very efficiently. She says the distraction of my daughters, and the distraction of my daughter, and she says, I mean that in the most loving way possible, means I can't possibly succumb to some of the other common distractions at home, like putting a load of laundry in or turning on the TV or doing other household chores, because otherwise I would never get any actual work done. So that's a thought. I mean, you just have to put a lot more, if you have kids at home, you have to be even more focused, right? But hey, so those were a few examples of what you can do to improve your productivity. I mean, most people should benefit from implementing these, but feel free to find what works best for you, right? So now I'd love to hear from you. What kinds of things help you increase your productivity while you're working from home, especially if you have kids? I would imagine, having kids at home puts distractions on a whole new level. And I'm sure people that are following this would love to hear your thoughts if you have something that's working for you. So please get below in the share in the comments. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks, Pamela, for being live with me today. And thank you, everybody else who's here or who's watching the replay. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.